What if everything you knew about negotiation was wrong? Most people think negotiation is about being tough, holding firm and overpowering the other side. But what if I told you that the best negotiators don't use aggression, but understanding? What if I told you that you could get a better salary, a better deal on your next car, or even convince your child to go to bed on time, simply by shifting how you approach conversations? Today, we're diving deep into Getting More by Stuart Diamond, a book that completely changes the way we think about negotiation. Diamond isn't just a negotiation expert. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, a Wharton professor, and a consultant who has helped companies, governments, and even hostage negotiators get better results. His methods work in business, relationships, and everyday life, and they're backed by thousands of real-life case studies. If you've ever struggled to get what you want in a conversation, this book will change the game. Let's break it down. People matter more than the deal. Most negotiations fail because people focus too much on the outcome, and not enough on the person they're dealing with. Take the case of a woman trying to cancel her non-refundable hotel booking. Most people would argue, "But I have a good reason," or "This isn't fair," and they'd be met with a hard no. But this woman tried a different approach. She asked the hotel manager, "Have you ever booked a non-refundable room and needed to cancel?" The manager hesitated. Then he nodded. She continued, "It's such a frustrating situation, right? I'm stuck in the same spot. What do you think I can do?" The manager, now relating to her situation, wanted to help. He found a way to issue her a credit for a future stay. She didn't argue. She didn't demand. She connected with the person behind the policy. This is what Diamond teaches. Negotiation isn't about logic alone. It's about people, emotions, and relationships. Ask, don't assume. One of the biggest mistakes in negotiation? Assuming you know what the other person wants. A company was negotiating with a client who said, "Your prices are too high." Most people would immediately offer a discount. But instead, the negotiator asked, "What exactly feels too expensive to you?" It turned out the problem wasn't the price at all. It was the payment terms. The company didn't have to lower their rates. They simply adjusted the payment schedule and the deal was made. This principle applies everywhere. A father once struggled to convince his daughter to go to Disneyland. Instead of arguing, he asked, "What would make this trip fun for you?" She said, "If my best friend could come too." Instead of a battle, they found an easy win-win. Ask before you assume. It changes everything. Use emotion, not just logic. Logic doesn't always win. People make decisions emotionally, then justify them with logic. Diamond shares a powerful example from his consulting work. A major company was about to lose a deal with an important client. The client said, "We're going with another supplier. Their prices are better." Instead of pushing back with data, the negotiator said, "I understand. But before you decide, can I ask what's been the best experience you've had working with us?" The client paused. Then he started talking about a time the company had gone above and beyond to fix a last-minute problem. By the end of the conversation, the client said, "You know what? Let me think this over again." The deal was saved not through numbers, but through emotional connection. Reframing changes everything. The way you frame a conversation determines how the other person reacts. Imagine your flight gets canceled. Most people would yell at the airline staff, saying, "This is ridiculous. I need another flight." But one traveler tried a different approach. He walked up to the counter and asked, "What's the fastest way I can get home today?" The airline agent, instead of feeling attacked, saw him as a cooperative customer. She not only found him another flight, but upgraded his seat for free. Instead of saying, "This isn't fair," try saying, "How can we solve this together?" People respond to positive framing with positive solutions. The power of strategic silence. Sometimes the best negotiation tactic is saying nothing at all. A woman was negotiating the price of a house. The seller wanted more than she was willing to pay. Instead of pushing back, she just paused. The silence stretched. The seller, feeling the pressure, finally said, "Okay, let's stick to your offer." Why does this work? Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They rush to fill the gap, even if it means making concessions. The next time you're in a negotiation, try waiting after you make your request. You'd be surprised at how often silence gets you what you want. Small actions make a big difference. Negotiation isn't about grand strategies, it's about small shifts in behavior. A man walked into a coffee shop and got the wrong size drink. Instead of saying, "This is wrong," he simply smiled and said, "I think I ordered a medium, could I get that instead?" The barista happily corrected the mistake. Now, if he had said, "Hey, you messed up my order," the barista might have been defensive. It's a tiny difference, but one that changes the outcome. The way you ask for something matters just as much as what you ask for. Negotiation in everyday life. These principles apply everywhere. At work, instead of demanding a raise, ask, "What would I need to do to earn a raise in 6 months?" At home, instead of saying, "Eat your vegetables," ask, "Do you want broccoli or carrots first?" Giving choices makes people feel in control. In a store, instead of arguing over a refund, say, "I understand the policy. What's the best solution we can find together?" Small tweaks, big results. Why this book is life-changing. Getting more isn't just about business deals. It's about life. It's practical, full of real stories and tested strategies. It's based on human behavior, not tricks. It helps you get what you want without conflict. Think about it. Wouldn't you want to win more deals, strengthen your relationships, and lower stress, all while making people want to help you? This book shows you exactly how to do that. Final thoughts. What's one negotiation mistake you've made in the past that you wish you could redo? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more game-changing book breakdowns. If you want to get more out of life without fighting for it, go grab a copy of Getting More today. See you in the next video.